So he saw this like Swiggy was paying a lot of money for this particular service. How about like I build a similar service internally? It's not a very big problem to solve. So like decent enough, but not something that's impossible to solve. You can mention income tax website that you worked on income tax website, but there's a catch. Hello all, welcome back to Career with Vasanth YouTube channel. My name is Vasanth. I hope you all doing well. So this is a video where I'll be explaining one of the most common problem that most of the developers who are in a startup or a service-based companies face in their initial career. The problem is very simple, like they do not have a lot of good projects to mention in their resume because of multiple reasons. There's so many service-based companies where employees join and they remain in the bench for a very long time, correct? Or they join a startup with the hope that they're going to build something wonderful, but because of whatever the reasons, financial reasons or vision of the company, they'll not be able to build a great product. So they will not have a lot of things to mention on a resume, which will affect their further jump. So how to solve this problem? Let's look at step by step. Okay. So let's first thing I've mentioned a lot of times, like use ChatGPT or use Gemini, but a lot of people ask me like, wasn't we are not able to use it very efficiently. So I'm going to tell you the first thing. So my first pointer is basically if your company is not giving you a good work, try to do a good work by your own. Look, there are multiple things around that. Even if I'm along with the legal ways, I'm also going to tell you a few hacks how to solve this problem of like not having a good project. So hacks are mentioned at the end of the video, so please do watch the video till then. So I'll definitely give you some insights, even if you're working in a some small company or a big company, you don't have a good project, how to actually make a good project in your resume. Okay. So now let's say you, for the very first point is if your company is not giving you good projects, you make good projects. How we will do it? So I've written simple prompt just before this video. I just tried this. So what I'm typing here, give me a real world front end developer problems to solve, which are practical in nature and solve a problem of an industry. Example, Amazon problem is how to deliver the items efficiently. So this is a bigger, broader problem. Give me a portion of such problems which I can solve as an individual. Okay. So I'm asking here, I want to solve something problem on my own, but it should not be a clone of YouTube or Swiggy. See, people I highly insist like stop doing this clone business. Okay, nobody's gonna value for the clone. Your resume mentioned clone, it almost has a zero value. Instead, solve a problem which can potentially become a company. Okay, well, let me do give this prompt to ChatGPT and let's see what it gives. Okay. See, if you see here, e-commerce personalized product recommendation. Display a personal product recommendation on a product details page. Like for example, let's say I open something and I've searched few things in the past. How can that my feed can be like completely personalized? Or healthcare or appointment booking UI. How I can build that? Education as interactive quiz builder. See, quiz builder is a very beautiful application if you want to build some sample project. Like how do you basically try entering a very complicated mathematical formulas in the quiz builder? Let's say you want to give this problem to students, but very first you should be able to give an input, right? What if they're extremely complicated, like scientific problems that you want to input? It's very hard. So how do you solve this problem? Or let's say your quiz is taken by millions of people, how you're going to achieve the concurrency here? Okay. Delivery route visualization, for example, this Amazon delivery give you want to give you a delivery. How about you use some advanced techniques, Amazon or Flipkart or other e-commerce sites to visualize the route very efficiently? Or expense tracking dashboard similar to what we use, Splitwise, correct? Or dynamic itinerary builder. What whenever you ask something like it keeps changing. So your itinerary building sort of real estate, entertainment, movie recommending dashboard, hospitality, non-profit donation tracker. See, the reason I showed this prompt to you is definitely you can optimize this prompt to further to make a very specific things for you, but solve some very meaningful problems which are actually solving a crux of the problems of a system. Do not build clones. Solve some crux of the problem. For example, I'll give you an example. Like along with whatever you already saw. For example, like every time whenever the Flipkart or Amazon comes to delivery to your home in an auto rickshaw, let's say it will be carrying around 15 to 20 people's order in that auto rickshaw. The problem is like the bigger boxes are usually kept in the back and the smaller boxes are kept in the front, or bigger box is kept below and the smaller box are kept on top. But the biggest problem with that is there is no order in the way the boxes are arranged. What if the first delivery, something that it be given, that box is kept in the back? By the time you pick the delivery person picks that box, it's going to take a lot of time. How do you solve this problem? Pick problems like this and solve. This is the first thing. Whenever your company is not giving you good problems, you pick good problems for the industry and solve them and mention that in a resume. Make a very good video about it and put it on your GitHub or LinkedIn and other places so that people can relate to that idea very well. Point number one. Point number two, attend hackathons. There are multiple hackathons that will be always happening online. So why I'm showing you the online one very first is like is easy, from anywhere you can basically attend this. So the very common one that even when I was studying I used to participate are like devpost.com and hackerer.com. Okay, so these two are something where these hackathons keep happening almost all the time. There'll be hackathons. So if you win the hackathon, there is a high chance you're going to get a job interview call and a job offer. Along with that, you might get an opportunity to collaborate with multiple different people and build a solution. Okay, once you build that solution, definitely you can mention that in your resume. The point number one, build and solve a very niche problem of an industry, or attend these online hackathons and build some solutions. You can mention that in your resume. Third thing, you can attend even the offline hackathon. Pair up with your friends or pair up with somebody from your LinkedIn or from other connections. Go to some physical hackathons. Like even Daypost gives you like in-person hackathons. A lot of companies organize in-person hackathons. Go there. Mostly they are free. Even they give you food and other things. Attend, like sit there, solve the problems, build some solution. You can mention that also in your resume. Okay. So two easy ways I've told you how to add some good problems in your resume. Third thing is, let's say your company is not giving you good project for because of whatever reason. Let's say you're in service based company, you're on a bench, or you're in a product based company and the product is not yet visualized what exactly what needs to be built. But how about you pick a problem that your company is facing and you solve it on your free time? I'll give you an example. I've heard this from one of my secondary connections from Swiggy, where there was a manager too in Swiggy, and he saw there was a tool that Swiggy people are using for loading the images. Whenever you open the app, you might know like there is some rectangle icon, circle icon, square icon of the same icon. Like if whenever the that particular request comes from a different place, so the size of the image or icon would change, or the resolution of the icon and image would change. So there are a lot of third party vendors who provide this. Like you basically save the image on your their storage, and whenever you send a request, for example like slash image slash mobile, they're going to give you lesser resolution image. Slash image slash round, they're going to give you the round corner image. So he saw this, like Swiggy was paying a lot of money for this particular service. How about like I build a similar service internally? This is not a very big problem to solve. So like like decent enough, but not something that's impossible to solve. So he started working on it and he solved the problem. And he presented it to Swiggy and he told like how much of like some millions of dollars can be saved annually by using my solution instead of the third party one. The company was happy and company gave him promotion, so much hike, etc. So where I'm coming from is your company, you may not be getting opportunity to work for a great product, but in your free time you can work on a product that your company needs. Most likely they're going to appreciate because they are not they are not paying you anything extra. Point number one. Point number two, anyhow you are not doing anything other than this, or you are like lot of your bandwidth was free, so you utilized it. Third, the company is very happy because like you have proven your skills, correct? And fourth, you definitely got a good project to mention on your resume. How about this? Correct? Win for all. And now these are the very legal sort of a ways, so where you can how to add a good project in your resume. One last thing that I mentioned, so I don't call it like a illegal sort of a way, but it's a small hack. Like let's imagine like you're working in Infosys. We all know that Infosys has built the Indian income tax website, correct? You might be a part of it or you may not be part of it, but nobody else in the world know except you, correct? So if at all you don't have very good projects, you worked in Infosys and you don't have a very good project in your resume, you can mention income tax website that you worked on income tax website, but there's a catch, because you need to know in and out of the project, because in the interview that will be asked. So my suggestion is you understand what are all your peer teams are working. Go to them, like go to any of their designers, QE or developer, talk to them over a coffee and understand what they have built, how they have built, understand the system very well, and go to their confluences or other documentation, read the project, go to their source code, understand the code, like make that project as yours, and then mention that in the resume. So in tomorrow when they ask you the questions in interview, most likely you're going to answer. So it's is it a completely illegal way? There's nothing illegal here, because you have understood the project, you know how the code works. Probably if you wish to contribute on your spare time, please contribute to that project also. So your team is not doing a good work, but you got a good work from other team and you have added that into your resume. This is something that anybody and everybody can do, as long as your company is slightly big. If your company is not big, then follow the third approach. If company is like very small, you don't even have like some good problems to solve, then solve some other problem, somebody else's problem, using the hackathon, or using like getting a problem statement from ChatGPT or Gemini, like AI tools, and you build a solution to that. Okay. I think like you like the video. Like if you are not having good project in your good project to add you in your resume, how to create good projects. Okay. If you like the video, please like the video, comment whatever you felt honestly. Please subscribe to my channel, Career with Vasanth. That'll help you to like bring more such good content. And I write very actively on LinkedIn about career and interview preparation. Do follow me there. There's so much good content in my YouTube channel regarding the front end interview preparation, career growth, all of that. Please subscribe and watch all the videos. Follow me on Medium. I write very actively on Medium. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.